So for 22 years of your life, you've been conditioned to think that success and not a teacher, but on the other hand, it's a higher sources, like a higher experience telling you and conveying to you that teaching. So was it like, oh, you're weighing up between the two, or was it so clear that your internal guidance system to say that I need to pursue this path, even though it may not
Well,
make logical sense?
I felt like I was either going to die or have that near death experience. And so I felt like I'd been given the gift of life. And if that's what I was commanded to do, then there was no turning back on it. And I did intellectually and spiritually try to connect with it and find out what's the healing, what's the purpose. And since I had experienced a couple of forms of child abuse, I thought probably a lot of kids have too. So as I began to heal myself, what can I teach them, through literature, or at least through a lecture to help them speed that process? Or what can I say to these kids to help them awaken to spirituality without, quote, teaching religion, but just awaken to their light, and their light can be excitement about the future, passion, just their soul's purpose somehow. What is that? And so when I walked into the classroom, I just thought, oh, okay, just, like I'll just tell the story, I'll tell them why I'm here. And so to every class, I told them my near death experience story and why I'm teaching. And I felt as if I had some kind of contract with even that first group of students that I was meant to see them. And I felt that way for, my entire teaching career. I felt that there was always someone who was meant to cross my path and that this was just almost orchestrated ahead of time. And I have to say, too, that maybe, God knew me better than I knew myself, because in that act of helping other people, I felt freer. I didn't feel depressed. The minute I came home and if I started thinking about, finances and how I had to file bankruptcy after that hospital stay and how, I just barely covered rent in a small duplex, or, I couldn't do the type of traveling that I wanted. Like there were a lot of things that made me feel down about the world. And then, of course, people judged me too. Like some people didn't want to date a teacher. Some people thought that was, not a very lucrative career. And so there were these moments where I thought, oh, but that's how I used to be judgmental on that level. They're missing out on my heart, just like other people. I missed out on their hearts when I came from that mindset. And so it was bittersweet, at times, but I never felt depressed, no matter how challenging life was. And later, there were physical challenges that I navigated and worked out. After a major accident, there's always some pain. But in general, I felt happy teaching. I felt like, okay, when you do something that you do well, that's when you turn on your light. So I thought of those surgeons that were assisted by the angels. And I thought maybe they really loved their jobs as neurosurgeons. Maybe they were good at it. And that's why they were assisted from the other side. And I was like, I'm good teaching these students and joking around with them and teaching them literature and opening up their minds. Perhaps the angels are working through me. And it isn't just, quote, me. It's this divine intelligence, this higher intelligence that is working through me.